Hello, everyone. I just wanted to come on here and share a few good books for you all to read. Some suggestions, I believe it is. Um, and so sometimes we end up going throughout the day and not pausing long enough to read um, a book or maybe a chapter of a book. And so sometimes our mental health will get in the way of that. So when I realized that um, certain, well, I could say certain books, any book that I've read, I end up not going here. Where is here, you ask? Here, wherever I'm at. And I end up going to where the writer is at, maybe in California, Washington, D.C., New York, um, wherever the writer is writing about, or whatever the writer is describing about. And so, honestly, I just figure, read a couple of books, see what the writer is talking about, and that is basically me having to go to California without actually having to get on an airplane going to California. It kind of makes sense in a way. Okay, so how come I can get this book? So in a way, the first book I have here, oh geez, this here first book that I have is how she had went from having nothing at all to having a lot of stuff here. It goes into much needed um, much needed information, and so I will give you a little something here if you're able to see it. But basically, what you need to do, and this is on, I would say, go to Walmart, go to eBay, go to Amazon, wherever these books here are sold, and basically get your copy. The next book, no, no, and you see my little doggies here trying to sniff the little books. Hi, Diesel. Hi, Diesel. He's trying to be protective here. The next book here that I have, I'm currently reading this book, is from Dr. Gregory L. Cruel. And you see his picture right here on the back. And it's basically, I say it's basically a good read. It's a Christian book, of course. And let's see here, where would we could go to Chop, www.chop.org to get this book. I'm trying to see here. I might be paraphrasing here. More information on this one. This particular book here, go to And I know that I'm kind of out of focus here. Um, www.chop.org, or you can go to get your copy at www.gregorycool.com/think tool. I don't know if you all are able to see the website on this one. And that's for this book here. Okay, so quite the library. Okay, so the next book I wanted to get you all to see is none other than Bishop Nate Holcomb. Okay. This is the back of the book here. It's called Life Beyond Fear. And I'm going to give you a little bit of what it says here. Fear is a thief and a robber taking by stealth and by force one of your most priceless camaraderies, confidence. In fact, fear is fate perverting and misplaced. Though governed by the same principles, faith, confidence rests in God, while fear trusts in the inevitability of the worst possible outcome. But you can be delivered from all your fears. And that's from the great Bishop Nate Holcomb, Apostle Nate Holcomb, Life Beyond Fears. You can get this book from Chop website, and the website for this one is www.chop.org for this one. Okay, so I have another book here, and from Niall, and he is really deaf. You can go to Walmart.com, eBay, Amazon, wherever the books are sold, you can get this book here. Okay, so the next one here, and this one is a birthday gift from someone that I've had gotten in contact with. And obviously, this is a good book. I've started reading some of the pages of this one. I haven't really gotten much into this book yet, but I did read a couple of pages of this book. And so I got that book for my birthday in July, and of course, I like to read now. And now the next book is Take a Sip of the Soul, Count Your Blessings. And when I read this book, of course, you see all the little bookmark pages. When I read the cover of this book here, it says Count Your Blessings. Some people don't even count the little small things like air in their lungs, food on the table, apartment or house they live in. That's part of counting your blessings. Clothes that they wear, they're able to see, and if they're not able to hear, they have this little device in their ear, and sometimes they may have two of them in their ear to help them hear, but that's part of counting your blessings as well. And so now the next one, two people actually wrote this one. Miss Betty son-in-law, John Edmund. Let me back up this camera here. And I've gotten this book off of Amazon. Amaya's story. And this is his son, her granddaughter, yes. And so, when I read this book, now again, I've got this from Amazon. Um, I've gotten into the book before I even end up getting some tissue. So when I talked to the author, one of the authors, which is my aunt, she had told me that you're gonna need some tissue, and I didn't believe her, and so of course, um, I ended up needing tissue anyway. Oh, I ended up needing some tissues anyway, and I was trying to show this to you all. Don't know if you all are able to see this. How can I go to get to heaven? The paperback, hardback, and the ebook now available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Westbow Press. The information is right here. And so there's scriptures that are in this book, and it is written by Betty Williams. Betty Williams is written by Betty Williams and I can't read upside down. And John Edmonds. And so if you're ever on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, go out and get this book. And of course, again, you may need some tissues with that one. I know I did. And so the next book in his the anniversary of his death is coming up here in a couple of days here. This is Matthew Perry. Friends, lovers, I can't read upside down though. Friends, lovers, and the big terrible thing. A memoir forward by Elisa Kudrow, a friend from the show. And so his death anniversary is coming up on the 28th, I believe it is. And this is of course, good read. Another good read from Amazon, eBay, I believe Walmart carries it. Barnes and Noble, wherever the books are sold for this year. The next book here, former First Lady Michelle Obama. And of course, y'all can see this more than I can. Can I read upside down? Of course, this is a book called Becoming. And I have gotten this book as a Valentine's Day gift. I am not good with cutting pages while holding this here. No, I'm sorry. I got this book from my son, George Dixon. Because again, I'm not used to reading things upside down. I get this from Walmart. And of course, Michelle Obama has a lot of things to say in that book. And also in the book from Michelle Obama, The Light We Carry. Okay, and this one, let me see, hold on. I cannot read purple writing, purple words. Okay, I got this one here from, I got this, and for Valentine's Day gift. As you can see, is dated February 14, 2023. And there's Michelle Obama. And you can learn a lot from the White House when you read something from the First Lady or the President. So with that, I am going to say goodbye for now. My time is up. That's some of my library for now, my library books for now. And I will see you all later. Bye.